Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurudas Yadvata Swami Tinam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. We are in the nectar of devotion discussion. We're in the section where we are discussing about the eastern side, right? As we discussed that there are the nectar of devotion is compared to like waves of devotion compared to a vast ocean, which has the eastern side, the western side, the southern side, and the northern side. So in the eastern side of the discussion, there are different waves on the eastern side. Initially, there's a wave of Vaidhi Bhakti, then Raganuga Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, and now is the fourth wave, Prema Bhakti, right? Which is the topmost, in one sense, devotional service in pure love of God, right? We see in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Madhya Lila, 23rd chapter, 7th verse, this nice verse is there. Samyan masnita swanta mavat va atisankita bhava saiva sandratma buddhai prema nigadyate. This word kind of defines what is prema bhakti, right? When right in the previous chapters when we studied about bhava bhakti, when that bhava sentiment for the Supreme Lord intensifies to soften the heart completely. Bhava also softens the heart, but prema softens the heart completely, right? It's intensified bhava, intensified sentiment is prema. It is endowed with great feeling of possessiveness, mamatva, great feeling of possessiveness in relationship to the Lord. Possessiveness of the Lord, not of any material objects, but possessiveness of the Lord in relationship to the Lord. And it becomes very much condensed and intensified. That is called prema, love of Godhead, by learned scholars. So that's how prema bhakti is defined by learned scholars. Intensified, condensed version of bhava, so condensed, so intensified that you start feeling possessiveness in relationship to the Lord. So it has, this verse is divided into describing the primary characteristics of prema and the secondary characteristics of prema. Well, the primary characteristics is in the third line, bhava saiva sandratma, right? What is it? It's the intensified, sandra, intensified state of bhava, right? Intensified state of bhava is prema. There is secondary characteristics, but the primary characteristics is described in the first, the secondary characteristics described in the first two lines, right? Samyam masnita swanto. It completely softens the heart, and mamatva ati sankita. It is marked by highly possessive ownership of Lord Krishna. Um, right. In the initial stage, uh, our prayers to Lord that, oh, I am Krishna, right? I am Krishna's. I am the servant. I am this. I am that. We still have that I, right? But in the prema stage, it is not I, it is Krishna is mine, right? It's not I am Krishna's, but Krishna is mine. Complete possessiveness of Krishna. Whatever relationships we may be in, either in the Dasi mode uh, or in the mood of Vatsalya, that Krishna is my son, no, or in the mode of Sakya, that Krishna is my friend, right? Or in the mood of Madhurya, conjugal lover, Krishna is my beloved. Krishna is my beloved. I can do anything for Krishna. Right? Krishna is my beloved. So that's prema bhakti, highly possessive ownership of Krishna. Right? As we're discussing, ordinary devotional service as the mode of tadiya, I am Krishna's. But in prema bhakti, however, the mood of mamatva is there, that Krishna is mine. In bhava bhakti, one gets the vision of the Lord and understands his eternal relationship with Krishna. Right? One gets the vision of the Lord and gets and understands his eternal relationship with Krishna. But in prema bhakti, what one actually enters the Lord's pastimes in one's eternal spiritual identity. Overwhelmed with the mood that Krishna is my son, or Krishna is my friend, or Krishna is my lover. Yeah. So how to achieve that prema? Right. Um, Maturation of bhava from bhava bhakti. Like we have this word sadhu shraddha sadhu sangha bhajana, right? Uh, Anartha nivritti, um, anartha nivritti nasyat, and it's mentioned about nishta, then ruchi, then asakti, then bhava, and then prema. Right? It starts with preliminary faith. When one has preliminary faith for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he starts associating with likely minded devotees who are also practicing um, this process and starts following the process, right? So that's why association, sadhu sangha, and the process of bhajana kriya, right? But still, he has these anarthas within him, which inhibits him, right? And that's where uh, anartha nivritti happens in guidance of expert uh, advanced devotees or spiritual master. And then the preliminary faith becomes nishta, firm faith, and one develops attachment to the supreme, towards Supreme Lord, which he, and the taste towards asakti is attachment, taste in the process of devotional service, ruchi, and starts developing sentiments for the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the bhava stage. And the mature stage of bhava, he develops intense sentiment for the Supreme Lord, which is prema, maturation of bhava, right? Um, and the second is Lord's extraordinary mercy. Without the mercy of the Supreme Lord, not even a blade of grass can move, right? Lord's extraordinary mercy. So this chapter then describes prema from maturation of bhava, right? Where uh, there are two sections: Vaidhi Bhavatta. Can everybody mute their line? Vaidhi Bhavatta and Raganuya Bhavatta. In the Vaidhi Bhavatta is prema arising from bhava, achieved through Vaidhi Bhakti. In the initial chapters, we uh, learned quite in depth about Vaidhi Bhakti. Um, rules and regulations. The devotional service performed by following rules and regulations under the guidance of a spiritual master. We don't have any love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead at that particular stage, but somehow we have taken to this process of devotional service, taken shelter of the spiritual master, and just to fulfill that obligation of haven't taken shelter of the spiritual master. We perform Vaidhi Bhakti, chant 16 rounds, follow four negative principles, right? And perform devotional service. That's Vaidhi Bhakti. And when you have this practice regularly, then to that process of Adau Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi Asakti, we come to the stage of Bhava, right? So prema arising from bhava, achieved through Vaidhi sadhana, right, is called Vaidha Bhavattva. And then the second process is Raganugiya Bhavattva, or prema arising from bhava, achieved through Raganuga sadhana, right, achieved through Raganuga sadhana. So, what is that prema arising from bhava, achieved to Raganuga sadhana? Uh, in Padma Puran, there is a statement about that ecstatic love, which was born of one devotee called Chandrakanti, a celebrated fair-faced girl who rigidly observed celibacy in order to obtain Krishna as her husband. But she followed the gopis. She followed the gopis, who were the Ragatmika Bhaktas of the Supreme Lord. So that process is called bhava achieved through Raganuga sadhana, spontaneous devotional service. So you did not have to um, follow any rules and regulations. The gopis do not follow any rules and regulations. They spontaneously perform devotional service because they are at that topmost platform. And that spontaneous devotional service then attracts the Supreme Lord, and the Lord bestows mercy on those devotees and engages them and reciprocates with them according to their mood of devotional service. Like this Chandrakanti wanted to uh, worship the Supreme Lord, to have Krishna as her husband, right? Um, so Lord reciprocated with her in that mood, right? And then the second phase after that, let me just stop the share. Yeah, yeah. 1 minute, hold on, 1 minute. Yep. The second phase after that was um, the Lord's prema obtained through the Lord's extraordinary mercy. Right. Prema obtained through Lord's extraordinary mercy, where the Srimad Bhagavatam exemplifies this, where when Lord Krishna told Uddhava that the gopis of Vrindavan are such an exalted platform that they are going on performing bhakti and on that advanced platform, that they know no one else but the Supreme Lord, and they are completely absorbed uh, in the meditation of the Supreme Lord, completely absorbed in the meditation in the Supreme Lord, the form of the Supreme Lord, the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. No, miss, they don't read any Shastra for that. They don't chant the holy name for that, but they're completely absorbed, right? They did not read any Vedas or went to any holy places of pilgrimage, right? Or they were not performing any negative principles. They all did not undergo any kind of austerity. But when means the Narad Muni once goes like that, right? Means tries to find uh, the advancement of the gopis, and he goes to the brahmanas who perform this Vaidhi Bhakti, right, or ritualistic process. And he kind of mentions that Krishna is having a headache, and the only way to cure his headache is by getting the dust of a lotus feet. And immediately, that category of bhaktas, they immediately say, oh, no, no, no. That's a big offense. No, we cannot give the dust of our lotus feet. So then he goes to the gopis, and he mentions the same thing, that Lord Krishna is having a headache. And the only way to cure his headache is to get the dust of the lotus feet of his devotees. So can you give me the dust of a lotus feet? And immediately, without thinking for a second, the gopis started scraping the dust from the lotus from the feet and started giving to Narad Muni. Right? If that is going to cure Krishna's headache, take as much dust as you want. Even if we have to go to hell for giving that dust from our feet, that's fine. But our beloved's headache will be cured. Right? That's the advancement of gopis' pure ecstatic love. Right. Then further, the chapter describes about the two types of prema. Mahatmya Jnana, or prema mixed with knowledge, and Kevala prema, unmixed, pure prema. Right. Um, Mixed with knowledge, in that one has profound veneration, profound reverence for the greatness of the Lord. Right. So normally bhaktas following the Vaidhi Bhakti process, when they come to the stage of prema, they have full reverence for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right. Um, right. So that is Mahatmya Jnana Prema. Right. That is Mahatmya Jnana Prema. Prema imbued with knowledge of the Lord's greatness. But Kevala Prema, where it is pure and one-pointed Prema, is not even slightly mixed with any other aspiration or interest. Now, the Mahatma Jnana Prema are the devotees who have full reverence for the Supreme Lord. Uh, what is the state of those devotees? What do they attain? They attain the four kinds of higher forms of liberation, not the Sahujya Mukti, which is attained even by the impersonalists, the Jnanis, but the higher form of liberation, Salokya Mukti, right, residing in the same planet of the Lord, Swarupya Mukti having the same form of the Lord, Sasti Mukti having same opulence as the Lord, right? Samipya Mukti having, living very close to the Lord and being part of his pastimes, Samipya Mukti, right? So they attain those forms of liberations. But a Kevala Premi, who is pure and one-pointed prema, whose devotional service is not slightly mixed with any other aspiration or interest. He does not even aspire for Vaikuntha liberation, or has no interest in the Lord's profound power and opulence. Right? Um, he is not serving the Lord reverentially. Right? That Keval Premi fixes his mind upon Sri Krishna without the slightest deviation to any other topic. And Srila Rupa Goswami explains this with a quote from Narad Pancharatra. If a devotee is continuously in love with Lord Krishna and his mind is always fixed upon him, that devotional attitude will prove to be the only means of attracting the attention of the Lord. Right? In other words, a Vaishnava who is always thinking of Lord Krishna is to be known as a pure Vaishnava. So, devotees who achieve bhava from Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service, can attain Kevala Prema, one-pointed love. Right? One-pointed love. Yeah. Okay. Are there any questions or discussions so far?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. All Krishna
Please accept
Prabhupada.
my Nagla Sisha Prabhupada.
Thank you for the class, Prabhu. My question is, these different categories. So we have Vaidhi Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, and Bhava stage and Prema. So the ultimate goal is Prema.
Yeah.
And there are these steps with which we get to Prema.
Yes.
So here, what is showing on the slide is the Vaidhi Bhavathar. So is the Prema also categorized in terms of the, how do you say, the intensity with which you have prema for Krishna, based on which path you took to get prema, with
Yeah.
Vaidhi being the lowest and
And that's what I was kind of explaining further about two forms of Prema Bhakti, right? We had that which is, one is a Keval Prema, right? One pointed loving devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and another is Mahatmya Prema, Prema tinged with knowledge, right? Which is attained after performing Vaidhi Bhakti, where one comes to that bhava stage, and ultimately that intensified bhava becomes prema, in which he is completely attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead reverentially, right? Like the um, Vaikuntavasis, they worship Lord Narayan reverentially, right? Or
Mm.
say like the mellows of Santa and Dasya, right? Mellow of neutrality. It's a reverential. Hello, Lord is infinite. He is so attractive. I am just infinitesimal. So a bhakta's heart is completely filled with reverence. Right. So it's mentioned in this chapter that no, a person following Vaidhi Bhakti, when he attains to the stage of Bhava Bhakti, and then he attains the stage of Prema Bhakti, he attains no, this Mahatmya Jnana Prema, right? And ultimately, he will attain this liberation, right? The Vaishnava liberation
Mm.
of Salokya, Samipya, and Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, and Sandhini, right? So those four forms of liberation. While a Kevala Premi, right, who is one pointed fixed in devotional service, spontaneously attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and performs devotional service like the Vraj Gopis, right? Or even, one sense the Vrajvasis, right? Spontaneously attracted in performing devotional service. There are Golokavasis, also Vaikuntha, but higher form, right? They're not concerned whether they attend Golaka or they come down, right? Uh, they're completely spontaneously um, you know, attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in full intensity. So, person performing Raganuga Bhakti attains that Bhava stage, who then attains that Prema stage of Kevala Prema. Does that make sense?
So even Vaidhi Bhakti can get to Raganuga and then to the Kevala, right? Bhava and then Kevala.
Yeah,
So
to
we are
some.
sadhakas doing Vaidhi Bhakti now,
Mm-hmm,
and we have some knowledge. That knowledge is there, and that
mm-hmm.
awe and reverence is also there. And then it will become spontaneous after a while, and then we become instead of having to do it, we want to do it, whatever sadhana we're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
sadhana will continue, japa and whatever else. So that will take us to bhava stage, and then from bhava it will put us on to kevala prem.
Yeah, well, the way it is explained here, it's like the Vaidhi Bhakti will also take us to the Prema stage. But that category of Prema is more as Mahatmya Jnana Prema.
So that would be the highest a Vaidhi bhakti could get to. It won't
Yeah,
get to keval.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless one comes in contact with a Ragatmika Bhakta, and then starts following Raganuga Bhakti, one cannot get to the higher stage of Kevala Prema. So Raganuga Bhakti is completely dependent on coming in contact with the Ragatmika Bhakta,
Mm.
right? But Vaidhi Bhakti is completely dependent on the person's endeavor following rules and regulations as instructed by a spiritual master. Is that okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Prabhu.
A little bit technical, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
No
So,
problem.
Prabhupada and our spiritual masters, they are at what stage of bhakti? Like,
They are at what stage of bhakti? Yeah.
it's
They
definitely
are,
above Vedi bhakti, but are they below prema bhakti? Like, or because that's the stage highest where the gopis are. So, where are they? Means
well,
which
the
stage?
gopis associates, right? We have gopis, then the gopis associates who are the manjaris, like all our acharyas, right? We see them as Rupa Manjari, right? Vilas Manjari, there are different manjaris who are assistants to the gopis in their service to the Supreme Lord. So they are at a very high platform, like Kevala Bhakti, right? So, um, you mentioned about Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, no, it's also on similar platform. But following the instructions of the Supreme Lord to spread Krishna consciousness, they're empowered personalities, so they come down. They are not like, no, just like we have Nitya Baddha, eternally conditioned souls, and Nitya Siddha, eternally liberated souls. They are not Nitya Baddha who, after coming in contact with devotees, they get the mercy, kripa, mercy, and start following the process. But they are Nitya Siddhas who come for some specific purpose, right? As we see now, in Srila Prabhupada's case, he came for one specific purpose. That Mora Senapati, he'll be my commander in chief of Mahaprabhu's army, will come to spread the mission in the West. They are not ordinary personalities. So, going back to your question, yes, they are on the topmost platform of Kevala Bhakti, Kevala Prema Bhakti.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Bhakti Charu Maharaj kind of mentioned nice thing that since we are followers in ISKCON, we are performing devotional service in Vaidhi Bhakti, and we come in contact with a Ragatmika Bhakta like Srila Prabhupada through his books and his disciples, we also get a chance because of this Ragatmika Bhakta to come to the platform of topmost platform of Prema, Kevala Prema, right? Though we our start could be from Vaidhi Bhakti. Yeah.
Seems like too Like mission impossible.
Well, mission possible by the
Only
mercy
with
of,
God's mercy. Only with Guru Maharaj.
yeah,
Krishna's
mission.
mercy. Okay, that brings me to another question,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
So every time we are talking about mercy, like right now, like you said this, and I was about to say Krishna's mercy. So what exactly should be said? Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy, or Prabhupada's mercy? I'm always confused,
Mm.
like about what exactly to say, because
Mercy
I
of
would
Guru
say
and
it's Krishna.
Gauranga.
Okay, all right. So that
Which,
covers everything.
yeah, so it's covers everything, right? It's the
So
mercy.
anybody like if says something like praises you or everything, like you just say it's all like I always say like it's Krishna's mercy or like but then I'm like sometimes you say it's Prabhupada's mercy, it's Guru Maharaj's mercy.
Yeah,
So I'm always like confused about what exactly should be said. So Guru
Guru
and
and
Gauranga's.
Gauranga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Just
Thank
as we
you.
have this verse, Deve Parabhakti Yatha Deve Tatha Gurav, Tasati Kathita Yartha Prakashante Mahatmana. Right? Yasya Deve Parabhakti. One who has implicit faith in Guru and Krishna. Right? Implicit faith in Guru and Krishna. Right?
That is there, but it's not the faith in yourself. It's like, yes, that is definitely there. But it's like
Yeah.
you feel so incapable and lowly, like, like just like Amritanand Prabhu said, we are following Vedic Bhakti, right? Vedic Bhakti. So that's the lowest stage, like, yes, we are here at least, just like you said the other day, an answer to Satya, Sachirani Mataji's question that we are so blessed. I think this was last Friday that at least with Prabhupada's mercy, we are here, we are following. Because
Mm-hmm.
she said the same thing that it seems so difficult and we are still at the bottom stage. And you said, we should feel fortunate. I remember your words. But
Mm.
still, it's like you feel like you're nowhere.
Like when we feel that we are nowhere, we must just meditate on the words Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. After wandering through many, many material universes, a fortunate soul comes, right? A fortunate soul is that who gets the Brahmande Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jiva, very fortunate soul. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, he gets sowed the seed of devotional service. So at least we can say that the seed of devotional service has been sowed into our heart, that we have taken initiation in the right process.
True.
So it is not, yeah, no, we still have a long way to go, but at least
We've
that is there,
started. Mhm.
that
True.
Brahmanda Brahmite, no, after wandering through many, many material universe, so we should consider our good fortune somehow,
Mhm.
either through kripa, by the mercy of devotees, or through Suchinam Simantam Gehe, like means following devotional service from our previous life. We have come to this stage that means we are following from where we left.
Mhm.
And if we do not completely get to the prema stage in that life, we will follow from where we live in this particular life, the devotional service.
Mhm.
Right.
True, Prabhuji. True. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So, so Prabhuji, this what Mataji's question, na? Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, mercy of Krishna Guru, mercy of Guru, we get Krishna.
Yeah.
But everything is Krishna's mercy only, na? And it's coming through, let's say, the parampara. So
Mm-hmm.
Guru is also just the conduit of the mercy of Krishna, right? So that is flowing down through uh, Guru Parampara.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Guru doesn't have, how do I say, uh, is there a separate mercy which Guru has? Because whatever Guru is distributing is what he got from his Guru. And who got from his Guru, then all the way it goes to
Mm,
Krishna.
yeah. Well, yeah. It's considered that Guru, because he is the one who connects us, is more merciful than the Lord. Just as
Mm.
um, yesterday, right? Or day before yesterday, we celebrated. No, yesterday we celebrated Nityananda Trayodasi. Day before yesterday.
Day before.
Day before yesterday. The day before yesterday, we celebrated Nityananda Trayodasi. He's the original spiritual master, right? Original spiritual master, from whom all the spiritual master comes. And we see from the pastime of Jagai Madhai how merciful Lord Nityananda is. More merciful than Mahaprabhu, right? More merciful than Mahaprabhu. Who is more merciful than Radha Krishna, right? Where Krishna mentions Sarva Dharman Pratyaja Mamekam Shanam Vraja. He just mentions that Mahaprabhu lays out the entire process, right? With no qualifications required, right? Anyone can follow this process. And he made it available so openly. Anyone can follow this process. Not only
Mm.
Brahmanas, not only person in higher birth, or not only at a very clean place. No, anywhere, anywhere, by anybody, right? It's Mahaprabhu's mercy. And that mercy, then he gives the instruction to Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda to spread that mercy. And see that mercy gets more exemplified by Lord Nityananda. Oh, Mahaprabhu's mission will be very much glorified if these debauchees, the worst debauchees, would take to Krishna consciousness. Right? And we have, even though hit by earthen pot, he's not reactive to that. He just forgives him. He's not keeping, means if we get hit by somebody like that, means um, if we are carrying some mercy and even in form of prasadam, we would say, oh no, that person, no, means of all this person, that person, oh no, I don't want to give that to him. He insulted me, he did this to me, he did that to me, he was so rude to me, right? We will keep all those barriers. Lord Nityananda, just shook it off. So he made that mercy, which is, yes, flowing from Mahaprabhu, but more openly available. He did not even let Mahaprabhu take their offense to heart. No, forgive him. please deliver him also. So that's the representation of Guru, where Guru similarly petitions, knowing the disciple and the weakness of the disciple. Like Srila Prabhupada mentioning that, you follow this process 100% and will go back to Godhead. And almost everybody's face went down. You follow this process 80%, 70%, right? No, that's the mercy flowing from Srila Prabhupada. When he took this initiation, the standard was 64 rounds. Madhupati. Yeah, but when he saw the condition of Kali Yuga, the influence of Kali Yuga, he reduced it to 16 rounds. Okay, just chant 16 rounds. Just imagine that, okay, now our standard would have been 64 rounds. Where would we be? I don't know about you, but I'm sure till now I would not have gotten initiation. Right. Yeah. I would be still struggling. Oh, 64 rounds. Oh, what time to sleep? What time to wake up? Oh, I have to go to job. Oh, I have to do this. How is it possible? Right? But that was the minimum required for initiation. Right? Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Is that all right, Kamitandu? The mercy of spiritual master?
Yeah, Prabhu. One small clarification is Krishna is the source of everything. Nothing exists outside of Krishna.
Yeah.
So he's the source of everything, including mercy. And I'm just seeing that, like Bhagavad Gita, he makes Arjuna kill all the Kauravas, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So Krishna could do it himself just by blinking his eyes, but he
Yeah.
wants the credit to go to his devotee.
Yeah.
So similarly here, the mercy which Nityanand Prabhu, of course, Nityanand Prabhu is no different than Krishna himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an expansion. But that is to, or let's say the Guru Parampara, that mercy is coming. So Guru connects to Krishna, that's why he's considered more merciful.
Yeah.
Guru brings Krishna to you,
Yeah.
brings you to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
But that also is Krishna wanting to give more credit to his devotee, to glorify his devotee. Would that be the understanding, Prabhu?
Yeah, well, Guru takes more risk, just as Srila Prabhupada took more risk because he is taking. Krishna is not directly taking. The Guru is taking the karma of the disciple. Right. Guru is absorbing the karma of the disciple. Again, the example oh, how is that possible? Oh, it is just shastric. And by example, we saw Jagadananda Pandit when he was delivered by Mahaprabhu, when he touched Mahaprabhu, right? Mahaprabhu absorbed his sins. His body turned blackish, right? So imagine when we touch our the feet of our spiritual master. All right. No.
Got it.
So that's why, and Lord Krishna himself also likes it. I mean, he considers that, oh, one who worships me is not my devotee. One who worships my devotee is my devotee.
Yeah.
Right. So from Lord Krishna's side also, uh, he personally likes those who worship him are not directly worshipping, but those who worship my devotees are really worshipping. Right? Because they have to follow rules and regulations. No, they have to serve. Now, service to the Supreme Lord is more esoteric. They're okay, no, it's now. I don't have to follow any discipline, right? Unless, okay, there's some discipline set by the temple authority or by this or by that. That okay, no, means you have to take bath before coming in. But otherwise, no, the, the our disciplines are test when we follow our spiritual master. We have our free will. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, but spiritual master says no. Why don't you do that? Many times our false ego gets a big kick, right? So we experience all those more in association with our spiritual master, not with the Supreme Lord. In the Supreme Lord, we just say, oh, no, I'm just worshipping. I'm doing so nice. I'm doing so nice. I'm a pure bhakta. We start feeling that, oh, I'm a pure bhakta. You know, spiritual master makes us realize that, hey, how much anarthas you still have, right? Yeah. So that's where the comments. The path, if you have to pick one, Guru or Krishna, we should pick our Guru.
Guru.
Because only by his mercy this is possible. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll be signing off, Prabhu. There is the other Bhakti Vriksha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Can we relate that verse from Bhagavad Gita like Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyanvanvan Prapadyante Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatvat Sudurlabha. So can we relate to this our discussion, Prabhuji?
No, in a sense that verse is more connected when we follow the process of jnana, right? Now here we are directly following the process of bhakti.
Okay.
So for jnanis, that verse is more suitable, where it's kind of mentioned that, oh, jnanis will also come to the platform of bhakti. But Bahunam Janmanante, after many, many births, he comes to that understanding. The words which we can relate more is Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprasnena Sevya Upadekshadite Jnanina Tattvadarshina. Right.
Yeah.
Where moments we serve the spiritual master.
Mm.
Right. We serve the spiritual master. And by serving the spiritual master and by inquiring submissively from him,
Mm.
we can get the mercy. Or Karpane Dosata Prahata Sabhava. Means we are completely confused. We don't know what to do. And ultimately we come to that understanding, oh, let me take shelter of the spiritual master. Right. So that brings us more to the path.
Mhm.
Just like Arjuna is getting instruction from his spiritual master. Don't think about Krishna. Okay, it's fortunate that Krishna is takes the role of his spiritual master, but directly he gets the instruction from his spiritual master, which is Krishna in his case.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Is that all right? Any other discussion?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Just a
Krishna.
minute. Prabhuji, can I see that slide one more time? Actually, like I'm mixing the types of bhakti, modes of bhakti, modes of. I think like when I started, like hearing these lessons, there were 9. Maybe there's the processes of bhakti, like
Yeah, that's process of devotional service.
okay.
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. This is like, no, it's more classification of Prema Bhakti, the topmost platform.
Uh-huh. Can I see that slide one more time?
This one, how to achieve Prema, maturation of
Yes.
Bhava, Lord's extraordinary mercy.
Yes.
That, and then Prema from maturation of Bhava, Veda Bhavato and Raganuya Bhavato.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Right. Yes, I'm making these slides and then I didn't completely was able to make all the slides, so I just came to this maturation of power stage.
Mhm.
But there are further discussions which we did about after the maturation of Bhava. We discussed about prema attained through mercy of the Supreme Lord, and then we further discussed on Mahatmya Jnana Prema and Kevala Prema. So,
Yes, Prabhuji. And so that through the mercy of Lord Krishna, is that Raganuga the spontaneous one?
yeah, the Raganuya Bhavato, prema arising from Bhava achieved through Raganuga sadhana, and Raganuga sadhana, spontaneous devotional service, comes into a living entity by association of Ragatmika Bhakta.
Okay.
Similarly, somebody who is in that spontaneous devotional service can give you spontaneous devotional service.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Right.
That, yes, I think that was the last slide. I just wanted to take a look one more time.
Yeah, this was the last slide which I could make it. Not after that. I don't think I have. This is a separate chapter. Yeah.
I don't see that, Prabhuji. Can you share?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not sharing. Oh. Okay. So we have there maturation Bhava, Lord's extraordinary mercy, and then Veda Bhavato and Raghunya Bhavato.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, I just okay. So I thought I missed one more type, so there are two.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And then here, how to achieve prema is maturation of bhava. Maturation of bhava is through Vaidhi Bhavato and Agoniya Bhavato. And then Lord's extraordinary mercy is a separate category by Lord's extraordinary mercy. That's where we discussed about that extraordinary mercy comes to Mahatma Jnana Prema and Kevala Prema. And that Kevala Prema is where we get Lord's extraordinary mercy. Yeah?
So that's the highest platform, right?
Yeah, that's the highest platform.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So we learned the ABCs and XYZ, and we need to practice, right?
Yeah, yeah. So till now in the discussion of nectar of devotion, we discussed about Vaidhi Bhakti in the initial chapters. This is chapter 19.
Okay.
We discussed about Vaidhi Bhakti in quite the length. Then we discussed about Raganuga Bhakti.
Yes.
Then we discussed about Bhava Bhakti, which is a third wave.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah. No, recording would be there. And then the fourth wave of this eastern side of the book is Prema Bhakti. Now from chapter 20, next time we will discuss about completely another side, western side or something like that. I believe that's what it will come.
Western side? You mean India and Western?
No, not that.
Okay.
This ocean of bhakti is divided into eastern, west, eastern side. Means don't think about the geographical eastern, western side. It's just that the eastern side of this ocean has different waves. The first wave is Vaidhi Bhakti or Sadhana Bhakti. Second wave is Raganuga Bhakti. Third wave of that eastern side, just like we have an ocean.
Yes,
there's
got
the northern part of the ocean, there's a southern part of the ocean, eastern part of the ocean, western part of the ocean.
Okay.
Don't think about east and west as far as world. There are now eastern means India, western means America.
No, not the geographical. So this is the spiritual ocean, I can say, right? So directions of spiritual ocean. I think in the beginning there was also a tree, a brick,
yeah.
Right? We mentioned. So it's that concept more towards the spiritual side.
Yes, completely spiritual side. That's why this nectar of it's a nectar chapter is book is titled Nectar of Devotion. The study guide of Nectar of Devotion is Waves of Devotion, in which this eastern side is further nicely explained about these different waves.
Sure, Prabhuji. We'll learn more. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Nice question, and thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll end here. We'll discuss further starting next Monday. Or next week, I believe there'll be discussion on Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, more of his instructions and pastimes and glories, because in between the week we'll be celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, so that we get more understanding of who is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, what are his instructions. Felt that we'll dedicate next week completely on discussion of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Okay?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. One last
Yes,
question.
yes.
It's not related to the class. It's
Okay,
just about the temple schedule.
okay.
Like Saturday, suppose Saturday or Sunday, tomorrow morning, what time it starts? Like the Mangla Aarti or some
Yes, yes. So
other program?
every day it starts with a Mangala Aarti, which is at 4:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, no, means more devotees are able to come,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's a off day. So
Yes.
Saturday, more devotees are able to come. But otherwise, every day there is Mangala Aarti and some devotees come for Mangala Aarti, right? So that is
Mm-hmm.
at 4:30 a.m.
4:30. Mm-hmm.
a.m. So 4:30 to 4:55 is Mangala Aarti, followed by Narsingha Aarti. And then 5 o'clock the curtain closes and the
Mm-hmm.
Lord then no, means the pujaris they start
Mm-hmm.
dressing the Lord for
The
the
Shingar time. Mm-hmm.
Shingar time.
Mm-hmm.
So from 5 to 7:30 and between there is Tulsi Aarti,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the devotees who are assembled they chant together. Like at home, no, means we don't get that opportunity to chant with devotees.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if we are physically present at the temple, we can chant together with devotees. At least on Saturday, we are able to chant with the devotees. Yeah.
And same routine for Sunday morning also? Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Sunday
saying
morning
daily?
also
Mm-hmm.
Mangala Aarti happens, but no, it's in general.
Mm-hmm.
Fewer devotees come for Mangala Aarti on Sunday than Saturday because Sunday evening there is also a program. Right.
Yes, yes.
Now Saturday they come because Saturday evening, I mean, most of the time there's not a program at the temple. There may be some other activities, but no, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they just come. Saturday morning we have more devotees come.
So 7 o'clock again darshan opens after Shingar?
7:30, 7:30 the
7:30.
darshan opens.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you very much. Will like to invite all of you to at least uh, come every Saturday from the morning program. We call this as a morning program. If not every Saturday, at least come one Saturday a month, right? And the
Yes,
morning
Prabhuji.
program, you will find it so nice and it boosts our devotional service a lot by uh, attending morning programs.
I always wanted to come, so we'll be there someday. I was there, I think, once or two times
Very good.
last year. So we'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. And also, days when you cannot come, even on Zoom, right from your
Mhm.
home, every morning we have Bhagavatam class from 6:30 to 7. Just like in the evening, we are having these classes. In the morning,
Uh-huh.
from 6:30 to 7, we have Srimad Bhagavatam class every morning. On Saturday, there is a live class at the temple. And then Sunday, we have it from 8 to 9 by devotees from different parts of the world.
Okay. So is that the same link on the website for the live?
um, I
For the.
can
Mm-hmm.
I can send you no the Saturday when the daily link is different. The morning
Okay.
link is different than this link, which is there in the evening. Are you part of the Japathon group or any group, Mataji?
I am in Japathon group.
You are in Japathon group, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I will post that flyer today, so you can
Okay.
look at that flyer, copy it if you can, and you can have the link.
Sure, Prabhuji. In Japathon group, there is one link in description. I tried few times, like few months back, but couldn't find anything. So then I didn't try again. Like 3-4 times I tried.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the timing also. I just tried, I think maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, this is
Over the
6:30 to 7.
Okay. Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you all. Vanchakalpatarubhayascha कृपासिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. वैष्णववृंद की जय. ग्रंथराज भक्तिरसामृता सिंधु की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.
Thank you, Madhupati Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.